Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
Yes, I'm perfectly fine on my end. You tell me, how are you? How are you doing?
I am also doing great. And
Okay. So
yes,
may I know something about you?
yes, ma'am. I would like to say thank you for giving me this opportunity. My name is Babita. I hail from Himachal Pradesh. If I talk about my qualification, I have done post graduation and B.Ed as well. Apart from this, I am a homemaker and I I blessed with a daughter. Whenever I get free time, I listening conversational videos and reading books because nowadays I am working on my speaking skill. So that's pretty much about me.
May I know, like you have told that you have done B.Ed, so have you ever tried to apply job somewhere?
Yes, ma'am. Last year I was working in a private school, but some due to reasons, I left my job because my in-laws they become old and my mother-in-law she could not do any household chores, so I could not manage everything. So I left my job. When I stayed uh, at home without a job, at that time I realized I should learn this language because I was passionate this language since childhood. So this is the reason I focus on my language nowadays.
Okay, okay, that's great. Just a second. Just a second. Yes, I think everybody can relate with you. You know, my situation was somehow, to some extent, was related to you. It's not, but in my case, it was not because of my in-laws. It was just because of my twin daughters. Just to raise them up, I couldn't continue
Yeah.
my job. Before them, I was in my job. But after that, along with handling my twins, I started facing little health issues also. So I think it took me a long gap in my job. And yes, somewhere, if
Mm.
you are at home, so somewhere you feel like that, you need to do something because once your children are grown up,
Yes.
you feel like you have ample of time to do
Hmm.
something for yourself. So I think for all ladies who are at home and want to do something, I think this is the best platform. Even if they have any skill, they can enhance their skill, they can foster their skills, and through this channel, by using this channel, they can show up their talent or in which thing they are interested. They can opt
Yes.
for that, they can start running their channel. So I think this is the best platform as per my experience for those ladies who really cannot go out due to any issues. And I think that's what you have shown up and you have tried. Because many times this is a social
Hmm.
media, many times we hesitate so much, like what will happen if we come on, because it's a screen, everybody is watching us. Many of us do not have that courage. Every time we just somewhere we get
Yes. Yes.
afraid of coming on screen. So I think if you have taken the first step, it becomes very much easy for you, to show up your talent, to nurture your skills. So I think that's what we have been doing, and I think we should be proud of ourselves. What do you say?
Yes. Right, ma'am. Right, right. When I stay at home without a job, at that time, I also realized that it is very difficult. And when you do household chores and cleaning the house, doing the dishes, but it's someone is not valued your work, and that time we realized that we have to do something for any skills, any English language. So it is when you learn these types of skill at that time, you feel proud. Yes.
Yes, yes, right, right. Because you know how much you give time to your family, how much you get busy, you engross yourself doing family responsibilities. We are doing it, but somewhere back in of our mind, we feel like that we are missing something. You know, like
Yes.
everybody, we are also fulfilling our duty, and it is the, you know, main priority for us. We are doing it, we are not denying. But if we can spare little time for us, so I think we get to know our identity. We come to know who we are,
Yes.
what we are really interested in.
Yes. Ma'am, I started my speaking journey 4 months ago, and that time I connect with so many people. And first, when I was beginner at that time, I used audio call for conversation, and at that time I connect with, I think, 50 or 60 um, people. So, but after that, I realized when I talk to on audio call at the time, I speak fluently, but it was time to speak in front of other. At that time, um, uh, I could not express my thoughts, and I get stuck, and I get a fumble while speaking. So last month I decided I try to converse with people on the video call, and I have speaking I think 10 or 12 people on video calls. Yes.
Okay. So did you feel any kind of enhancement in your skills after, you know, coming into the journey of video conversation?
Yes, ma'am. Before that, whenever I speak on video call, at the time I could not express my thought, and I was listening, only listening, and but um, after 9 or 10 video calls, I realized I improved little bit in myself, and I express my thoughts and ideas clearly. Because when you talk on video call at that time, you can you can observe, you can see your expressions, and you observe your mistakes. So it is very beneficial.
Yes, yes. Because I feel there is a lot of difference between audio call and video conversation. I also feel because
Yes.
yes, because I also started my journey by posting shorts. I was not much confident, you know, immediately to start conversing with people. So for 1 year, I kept on posting only shorts related to grammar. And at that time, on and off, I was, you know, I was conversing on audio call also. So from that time, I developed little confidence that yes, now I am also able to speak. So I think immediately, if you jump into, you know, video conversation, it will become little difficult for you. So it is necessary that, you know, you should
Yes.
have
Yes.
ample of practice on audio call. And side by side, I was conversing with my
Yes.
children also. So I think that gave me a lot of boost.
Yes. And when did you start your speaking journey?
On YouTube.
Um, Yes, ma'am. On YouTube, your start speaking journey practice
Okay, okay. Yes,
before YouTube. Yes.
yes, it is, I think, more than 2 to 3 years. I don't remember properly. But, I came into continuous
Okay.
practice after coming into this journey. Before that, I was practicing with my
Okay.
kids only. And that was not even a compulsion for me. Whenever I would feel like, I would talk to my kids and try to, improve myself. But it was not continuous journey, because until and unless you are not connected, you are not responsible for something. So you
Yes.
do not you cannot push yourself to do something. But, as soon as I got connected with this channel, then I found I thought that it is my responsibility, to give some good content
Yes.
to the viewers. So in this way, I just started practicing with people on audio call, and along with that, I started English cartoons on TV. And side by side, at the same time, I continued my practice with my children also by narrating stories to them. Then I became very serious just 2 years before, because I started running my channel 2 years before. So I think from since that day I opened my channel, I became very much serious that I have to improve, come what may. So this way, I think if anybody wants to improve, they must connect with something. So, somewhere you feel like, because earlier also I was very much passionate, but somewhere, until you do not have that push, you keep on delaying that, if you did not find anyone, it's okay. We will practice tomorrow,
Yes.
day after tomorrow. But, once you get connected with
Mm.
something, you feel like you are accountable. You have to do it, come rain or shine. So I think for the
Mm.
past 2 years, I am very much consistent practicing.
Yes, ma'am. Before that, started my speaking journey, and I also learning this language, but I at that time I have no direction how to learn this language. And uh, at that moment, I listening conversational videos and reading books. But when it was time to speak, at that time I could not able to speak a single sentence, and then I got bored, and I was disappointed, and there was my consistency was break. So so when I realized speaking is most important part of this journey, so I joined some WhatsApp groups. There are so many co-learners, and I talked with them, and they encourage me, and they motivate me. So this is how I started my speaking journey.
Yes, yes. If you are not able to speak well after, doing a lot of
Mm.
hard work, then somewhere you start giving up. You feel like it's not a walk of park for me. It's not a cup of
Yeah.
tea for me. Somewhere you feel like. For this, I think you should not lose
Mm.
interest. Interest in the sense you keep on practicing. Because until we are persistent with this language, somewhere we start losing interest. We feel like that we are not able to speak. So I think language requires, your persistency. The more you practice, the more you feel enhancement. The
Yeah.
more you feel that you can speak more good. So I think it's all about practice. Once you go out of practice, then what happens? Slowly and steadily, you start losing your interest as well. Because somewhere you just set in your mind that you cannot speak. And language is some kind of, because this is not our own language, it is some kind of skill which you get only by, speaking. So I think whether you skip reading, listening for 1 day or 2 day, but you should not skip speaking, especially you're a beginner. Because right now we have to develop the interest, because many times we start learning anything with so much of enthusiasm, and just because it is our interest. But at a point of time, we start losing interest, just because it is not like other skills. Like there are so many skills knitting, or for children, clay modeling, or
Yes.
learning riding. There are so many skills, but they are quite different from
Mm,
learning any language. Learning language is quite different because it is some
mm,
kind of language related to your speaking. Once you go
mm,
out of practice, if a beginner go out of practice
mm.
even 2 or 3 days, he will feel so much of underconfident that he cannot speak. So I think if you have started
Yes,
something,
yes.
you should maintain your interest, and to maintain that interest, you should keep on speaking. So that is the strategy to enhance your communication skills in any language.
Yeah. y- y- Yes, ma'am. First 2 months I was very consist speaking for speaking practice. But when started third month, at the time, some of health issues, I was hospitalized, and I could not manage my consistency. And when I start again, so so this is the main reason. It is a long gap for 1 month. Yes,
Yes. Yes, I think yes, to learn any skill, I think you should focus on your health. If your health is in good spirit, then you can think of, indulge yourself in any language. Because I started my channel when
yes,
my situation was very much deteriorated. I was not in my good health. I started my channel at that time, and I was posting videos with so much of difficulty because at that time I had my stomach disorder problem. But somewhere I was determined, come what may, I
yes,
have to post, I have to be consistent. And gradually I think I have improved my health issues. Yes, but somewhere, if you are not in good health, you feel like that, let's sleep, it's okay. So that's what I have
yes,
faced
right.
in previous times. So I think if you are fully
Hmm.
physically fit, you feel like doing it. You can give ample of time. How much you can give time? You can sleep for less hours. You can give as much time as you want. Because I have heard people saying that they are sleeping for very less hours. They are giving more time to editing, they are trying to post
Yes.
videos daily. But if you are
Uh,
somewhere struggling with your health, you
uh,
cannot think of posting videos daily. It's a big challenge for you. You need
hmm.
editing also, you need to make thumbnail also. So I think health is the main
Yes,
priority in all of our life. If we really want to do something, we should maintain a balance. We should harmonize between our health and our work, what I feel. That's what I have been started doing. Yeah.
yes, ma'am. And I want to ask you, you are a homemaker and you have two kids, uh, and how to manage, and you also run a YouTube channel, how to manage these things.
The question which you are asking me, I ask this question from everyone, especially the ladies who are going to job. So I think it is very much difficult for them because for me, I
Yes.
think my kids
Uh,
are grown up. They are now 13 plus. So I don't feel now any kind of major problem.
okay.
Yeah, by last year I was teaching them also, but now I have, put them in tuition. So you can say apart from taking their English and Sanskrit, I'm totally free. So that was the reason I opened my channel. I was able to open my channel. Now my daughters are very much, they are understandable. They understand me, my situation.
Yes.
Whenever they
Mm.
feel like that I'm not well, so they always try to help me out in every way. Today's kids are not ready to do any kind of household chores. They are away from this. But whenever they see I'm in any
Yes,
kind of
yes.
problem, they always come to me and try to help me out.
Mm.
So I think now there is no problem. Related to health issues, I definitely feel little bit problem because I feel if I am totally fine, so I can give means more time to my, this channel and to my practice. I can upload more content, but I have to see my health also. Somewhere I cannot
Okay.
neglect it because I used to neglect it earlier and I aggravated my health issues due to this. But now I'm maintaining a balance. Now because health is above all. You cannot give priority to anything above your health.
Yes.
So that's what I'm trying to do. May I know how old is your kid?
I have a daughter, and she is 9 years old.
Yes, yes, yes. Even 9-year-old kid
Mm.
is not very much, big to understand anything.
Yes, right. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes. But I feel like their daughters are, somewhere they understand you if you try to make her
Yes,
understand. Yes, yes, yes.
yes, yes, right.
Yes. So do you teach your daughter yourself?
Yes, I teach my daughter myself, and
Okay.
uh, but I did not get the chance to speak outside in English. But when I go to their her PTM at that time, I think communicate with her teacher in English. But I don't have so much courage, so I speak in Hindi at that time.
Yes. It happens. It happens, Earlier it would happen
Yes,
with me as well. Because, we need to
yes,
need to know the whole progress about our child. And as we start going
mm,
little in depth, then somewhere we start getting, stuck and we fumble. So I think it will happen with practice. I used to go even in every
yes,
PTM with so much of dedication that I have to, speak in this English language only. But after
yes,
starting in this language, then later on I would come in my own language. So I think it happens. But I think you should start
yes.
in this language. You should always try what I mean to say, and slowly and
Okay.
steadily it will happen. Yes,
Yes, next time I will definitely try to communicate her teacher in
yes, yes,
English. So
yes.
after listening you, and you are improve a lot in English language, because 1 or 2 years is more for English.
Yes, because somewhere I feel like due to my health issues, I had no option. Like you are saying, just because of your in-laws, you have no option left other than to be
Yes.
at home and improve yourself. That was the situation with me. I
Mm.
had no other option which I can think of going out and do job. Those, I had degrees, but having those degrees did not have any kind of benefit for me because I was not in a position to go out. So, I made up my mind because if I did not take this language seriously, I won't be able to do anything. So I think for me, my dedication and my passion towards this language led me to this stage that today I can speak with so much of confidence. Because earlier I can relate, because earlier I was very much underconfident. Despite speaking so much, I
Mm.
was unable to speak. I used to get afraid so much that, if somebody will ask me anything, I won't be able to answer. If I spoke wrong, then what would happen? I used to think a lot. But I think I get rid of everything just by practice. I did not leave my practice. This is I think, only magic of learning any language. So I think I'm still into this practice so that I can improve myself then this level. Yes.
Yes, I resonate with yourself because I am also very underconfident to speak in front of others. So it is depend on practice. Yes.
Yes, yes. But
Yes.
it was a wonderful session talking to you. You reminded me of
Okay,
my
ma'am.
own
Thank
life.
you.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
ma'am. It's
Thank
lovely
you.
conversation. Yes.
Yes. Same here. Likewise, definitely we will catch up again with some exciting thing. Thank you
Yes.
very much. And best of luck for your YouTube channel.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Bye.